This is the Daily 49er Newscast. I'm Jenna Skarzensky, and this is the latest in campus news. A student fee increase of $94 each semester and $35 each summer was announced in an email sent out by CSULB President Alexander last week. According to the email, the fee increase would go into effect as soon as the upcoming summer and fall semesters. According to Alexander, the increase, dubbed the Student Excellence Fund, is meant to help offset the $500 million proposed state budget cuts to the CSU system. The fee will provide $6.6 million for CSULB in additional funding over 2 semesters, $2.38 million of which will go to athletics. The Student Excellence Fund was based on campus needs and programs that were in jeopardy of being cut completely. According to Alexander, these included the Multicultural Center, the Beach Learning Community, and to sustain the UPass. Unfortunately, these fee hikes and cuts are not guaranteed to stop. Alexander pointed out that the outcome of the June referendum to extend 3 existing state taxes is pivotal to maintain the college financially. Otherwise, if they are not extended, there is a possibility of increased tuition hikes, furloughs, and decreased enrollment in the future. According to President Alexander, a new student advisory group consisting of a student majority as well as faculty and staff representatives will be appointed. In conjunction with ASI, the advisory board will ensure the money is used efficiently and students have transparency. Interestingly enough is that the $95 fee hike is the same amount called for in the 2009 Beach Legacy referendum, which would have only funded the athletics department. The measure was voted down by approximately 60% of the student body that voted, the difference being that the current fee will be split among several student and administrative programs as well as athletics. Vic Siglis, the athletics director, is enthusiastic about the additional funding his department will receive.
And obviously, a lot's going on, the economy in terms of what happened there, and then, where the state is financially. So I'm just, pleased and excited about the opportunity to have some additional resources for our programs. Terry, understand one thing, too, is we have been in deficit. So, hopefully this will enable us to get back even and then to be able to do some additional things for our programs. Right.
However, the Long Beach State Athletic Department does not have any immediate plans on how to use the additional $2.38 million it will receive annually.
What I basically sent a note to all the coaches and staff and said, hey, you know what, guys, we'll sit down with everybody and talk about our priorities, and I think it provides momentum for capital campaign fundraising.
Siglis concluded that an increased contribution from students was needed to enhance not only athletics but the university as a whole.
Build a building, to improve a program, to enhance an academic major, it's going to have to come from student fees because it's not going to come from the state because there's no money there.
Engineers Week, or E-Week, returned last week for the first time in more than a decade. For a week, engineering students competed in challenging events all over campus, like an egg drop from the engineering buildings and a cardboard boat race in the Union Pool. Daniel Hernandez, the current president of the Associated Engineering Student Body, said one of his main goals when he ran for president last year was to make E-Week happen.
It was last held here at the beach it was over a decade ago. That's all we know because we have pictures of them celebrating it in the 90s. It hasn't happened in a while, and we wanted to bring it back just exactly why it exists, to celebrate engineering, just to have reach out to the campus community.
According to Hernandez, E-Week is a nationally recognized event held every February at most schools, yet it hasn't been at CSULB in decades. Hernandez worked with student organizations and the College of Engineering to get the event going this year and largely credits the AESB for leading the charge.
We really hope that the next year's board carries it on. I'll be around, so I'll definitely try to help. And we've definitely learned a lot from what went well, what didn't go well this year. So next year, you can expect it to be back, bigger and better.
The winning team of E-Week, aptly named Pirate SHPE, was composed of students from the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. The group was the one out of 24 other teams to perform the best in all of the events. Luis Rocha, the team's co-captain, reflects on his experience of E-Week.
I think this brings us together again more as a group, and that's really what you're looking for. You're looking to develop a brotherhood. You don't want to graduate from college feeling like you just spent 4 years by yourself with a book. You want to feel that you learned something and that you grew as a person. And I think like this, pardon my French, but you don't come out socially retarded.
As a prize, the team received the Golden Wrench, which will be awarded to the winning team at next year's E-Week.
We're usually very spread apart, and we don't get to have as much contact with each other as we should. But in this case, I think this really brought us together, and it's probably a great example of why many events like this are so important and why they should continue to be held.
This has been the Daily 49er Newscast. I'm Jenna Skarzensky, and if you'd like more information on any of the stories you've heard today, visit our website at daily49er.com.